We all think we know ancient Egypt, pyramids, golden masks, powerful pharaohs. But the Egypt we see in museums is only a polished surface. The real story is much darker, buried beneath the desert sands. Pharaohs hid their secrets, protecting their power even in death. Behind the golden stone was a world of blood, fear, and forbidden magic. The official history is what the pharaohs wanted us to believe. They were masters of propaganda, controlling what was remembered. But behind temple walls, brutal rituals and human sacrifice took place. These truths were chiseled away from monuments, erased from records. Egyptologists are still piecing together these terrifying fragments. Join me as we pull back the curtain on this sanitized history. We'll explore the shadows of the pyramids and the whispers in the tombs. We're going into the heart of ancient Egypt's darkness. Forgotten kings, deadly curses, and sacred texts await. The real Egypt is waiting, and its secrets are more shocking than you can imagine. Are you ready to learn the truth? Becoming a pharaoh wasn't just about royal birth. It was a brutal journey. Strange, dangerous rituals tested strength, magic, and loyalty to the gods. The pharaoh had to prove he was a living god, not just a man. The Heb-Sed festival, for example, was more than a celebration. It was a test of the king's power. If he failed, his reign could end, sometimes violently. Other rituals involved symbolic death. The pharaoh would lie in a sarcophagus, journeying to the underworld. He faced his own mortality to prove his divinity. These ordeals were meant to break a man and forge a god-king. Princes were trained in secret magic, spells and incantations to survive these trials. The path to the throne was paved with fear, blood, and the constant threat of failure. Only the strong survived. The price of becoming a living god was steep. Behind the crown was a legacy of pain and power. This was the true cost of Egypt's divine kingship. For Egypt's earliest pharaohs, death was just the beginning. To rule in the afterlife, they needed their treasures and their servants. This led to the horrifying practice of retainer sacrifice. When a pharaoh died, loyal servants were killed to serve him in the next world. These were not volunteers. They were sacrificed as part of the king's funeral. Archaeologists have found tombs surrounded by dozens of smaller graves, court officials, guards, even pets. The evidence is brutal poisoning, strangulation, or a blow to the head. It was a calculated process to ensure the king's comfort in eternity. Over time, this practice faded, replaced by magical Shabti statues. These figures were meant to serve the dead in the afterlife instead of real people. But the dark beginning remains. Generations of lives were sacrificed for a dead king's luxury. This bloody foundation built Egypt's great dynasties. The comfort of the pharaoh came at a terrible human cost. The sands of Egypt still whisper these forgotten tragedies. Retainer sacrifice is one of Egypt's most chilling secrets. The afterlife was paved with blood. The pharaohs needed to hide their tombs from robbers, so they chose the remote Valley of the Kings. For centuries, this silent canyon became the secret resting place of Egypt's rulers. Tomb entrances were buried, locations kept secret by sworn workers. After sealing, the tomb's location was meant to be forgotten forever. Despite these efforts, nearly every tomb was robbed. Ancient texts tell of dark magic and vengeful spirits defending the treasures. Curses were inscribed on walls promising death to intruders. The Egyptians believed these curses had real power. Even today, the valley feels heavy with history and secrets. Some tombs remain lost, their mysteries untouched. The line between the living and the dead feels thin here. The Valley of the Kings is a gateway to a world still jealously guarding its secrets. The legend of the pharaoh's curse exploded with the discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Soon after, Lord Carnarvon died mysteriously, and strange events followed. Newspapers called it the Curse of King Tut, fueling public fear. Several people connected to the tomb died under odd circumstances. Scientists offered rational explanations: illness, mold, coincidence. But the legend persisted, feeding our deepest fears about disturbing the dead. The Egyptians believed words had power. Curses were magical weapons. They promised death and destruction to tomb intruders. Even today, archaeologists feel a chill entering new tombs. Whether real or not, the curse's power is undeniable. The fear it creates is real. The ancient magic still lingers in the dust. The legend of the curse endures. For all we've discovered, Egypt's greatest secrets remain buried. Some of history's most important figures, like Imhotep and Cleopatra, are still missing. Imhotep, architect of the first pyramid, was worshipped as a god, but his tomb is lost. Cleopatra, the last pharaoh, was said to be buried with Mark Antony, but her tomb has never been found. Archaeologists have searched land and sea, but these legends remain hidden. Many other royal tombs are missing: Nefertiti, Amenhotep ferns, and more. Their absence reminds us how much we still don't know. The desert keeps its secrets well. Somewhere beneath the sand, lost kings and queens wait to be found. Each discovery could rewrite history. The search continues, driven by mystery and hope. Egypt's greatest stories are still unfinished. The next great find could change everything. The sands are not done speaking. In Egypt, memory was the key to eternal life. To be forgotten was the ultimate punishment, so some pharaohs erased their enemies from history. Names and faces were hacked from walls, statues destroyed, records erased. This was a second death meant to destroy a soul forever. Hatshepsut, a powerful female pharaoh, was nearly erased by her stepson. Her statues were smashed, her name chiseled out, her legacy buried. For centuries, she was a ghost in her own kingdom. Akhenaten, the heretic king, suffered even worse. He changed Egypt's religion, angered the priests, and after his death, his memory was attacked. Temples destroyed, statues shattered, his name cursed. Later, kings called him only the enemy. For a long time, he was lost to history. Only archaeology has brought these ghosts back. Egypt's history is haunted by those it tried to erase. The past is full of shadows, waiting to be uncovered. Even in death, the struggle for memory continues. The Book of the Dead is Egypt's most mysterious text, a collection of magical spells for the afterlife. It guided souls through a terrifying underworld, filled with monsters and gods. The dead needed secret spells to survive and reach paradise. We've translated much, but much remains a mystery. The language is coded, filled with symbols and hidden meanings. Some sections are written in a secret priestly language we can't crack. These may hold Egypt's deepest magical secrets. The answers are right in front of us, but the key is lost. The Book of the Dead is a locked door we cannot open. Egypt's greatest mysteries remain just out of reach. We've seen Egypt's blood rituals, curses, and lost tombs, but the greatest secret is this. Egypt was obsessed with secrecy itself. Knowledge was power, and only a chosen few could access it. Tombs were hidden, rituals performed in darkness, texts written in code. The pharaohs and priests guarded their mysteries fiercely. Why? Perhaps they feared their knowledge was too dangerous, or maybe secrecy was the ultimate source of their power. By controlling knowledge, they controlled Egypt. This changes how we see them, not just as builders but as guardians. Their greatest legacy is not the pyramids, but the enduring mystery. So many secrets are still secrets today. The sands still hide lost tombs. The papyrus still holds unread words. Egypt's challenge to us: keep searching, keep questioning. The greatest secret is that the mystery endures.